Hi guys, good afternoon everyone. Thank you for joining me. Hi Sharonda, good afternoon. I'm gonna give you guys a couple minutes to come on into the room. Hi Sean, bless you guys so much for dropping in and joining this scope with me. Hi Beauty and Fading. Hey Sharonda, how are you guys doing this afternoon? Hi Krista Watson, bless you darling. This is Sarah, the Giant Slayer from Trinidad, and this is Purposeful Mondays. For those of you who are joining me for the first time, please put a 1 up on the screen so I could know how many first timers I have. Hi Carla Carter, bless you so much for joining me this afternoon. And the rest of you, I am doing okay. If you can go ahead and share, invite your followers. Hi Angie, bless you, bless you, bless you. Hi Michelle Edlin, thank you for joining me this afternoon. If you guys can go ahead and invite your followers, share on Facebook and on Twitter. Hi beautiful V. For those of you who are here for the first time, my name is Sarah from Trinidad, also known as the Giant Slayer, and I come on every Monday to push you as I push myself, to push past pain and passionately pursue purpose. And today our topic is, how do we get unstuck? You know, I got a lot of emails from you, and some of the questions that you were asking me is how to get unstuck. And I remember even Michelle, she did it a couple weeks ago on Periscope Live and on Hi First Timer, welcome, thank you for joining me, and on Facebook Live and Periscope, talking about getting unstuck, right? But I want to begin this evening about talking about getting unstuck in terms of our purpose. Purpose is, oh, bless you, thank you for joining me for the first time. Purpose is God-given, God-driven, and kingdom-centered. So there is no purpose really outside of a relationship with God. There is no purpose outside of a surrendered heart. I like to say that purpose is found on the other side of surrender, because this is exactly how I encountered my purpose, and that is exactly how I came into a place of purpose and walking in the assignment that God had called me to. So purpose is God-given, God-driven, and kingdom-centered. So everything that you do for purpose will involve other people. Your purpose will benefit you, but your purpose is not for you. Your purpose will always be about someone else. And if it is that your purpose is solely benefiting you, it is not purpose at all. What it is really an ambition, because an ambition will gratify self. An ambition, hi sis, thank you for joining me. Hey Mia. An ambition, hi Carla. An ambition will gratify self, right? But purpose will always be about the kingdom. And Henry Ford says a quote that I always like. Hey Mia, if you think you can or if you think you can't, either way you are right. I'm gonna say that again. If you think you can, and if you think you can't, thank you Mia, either way you are right, because you have given yourself the ability to either do or to not do. Hey Lisa. So Henry Ford says it in a way that I love. If you think you can and if you think you can't, either way you are right. And the first step, hi Jill, thank you for joining me. The first step to being unstuck is exactly what it says. The first step to being unstuck is really taking a step. Hi Lakeisha, thank you for inviting followers. We look for some big grandeur idea when we think about getting unstuck, but really the first thing is to take a step. That's right sis, because you are only stuck because you decide to be stuck. A couple weeks ago I was telling you guys that your life now is as a result of your past decision. So therefore what you have done in your past is actually what you are living now. So the changes that you make now will impact your future. If you want to get unstuck, it involves you making a step. And a cycle is really defined as a series of events that occur in a repeated order. A cycle goes over and over and over. And usually when you are stuck, it means that you are stuck in a cycle. It's the same thing repeating itself over and over. Yes, we do have to break the cycle. And for many of us, your 2016 looks exactly like your 2015 because you have not done anything differently than you would have done in 2015 to change your reality in 2016. Not me either, sis, not me. So if it is that you look back over your 2016 and it looks exactly like what 2015 look like, it means that you are stuck. And if you are stuck, it is because you have made a decision, whether you want to hear it or not. You have actually made a decision to be stuck. God desires productivity, progress, and purpose. I'm going to say that again. God desires for you to be in productivity, progress, and purpose. Matthew 21:18-19 talks about the story of a fig tree. And Jesus, he was hungry. That's right, Michelle. Productivity, progress, and purpose. Can you guys put that up on the screen? That is what God desires of us. Productivity, progress, and purpose. That's right, Lakeisha. Matthew 21:18-19. A little account. It gives an account of the fig tree. Now, it was the season for the fig tree to produce. And Jesus and the disciples were going through the city, and Jesus was hungry. So when he saw the fig tree from afar off, the fig tree had lovely leaves. It had green, big leaves on the fig tree. Therefore, he expected that this fig tree would have been productive. It would have been in the motion of producing. When Jesus went up to this fig tree, the amazing thing is that the fig tree had no fruit. My God. I will let that sink in. The fig tree, why am I only seeing peach hearts and pink hearts? I need to see the colors of the rainbow. If this is good, please sow the hearts. Please sow the hearts. The fig tree, I know that's you, Peach sis. The fig tree had no fruit. Imagine, some of us are leafy. We appear to be productive. We appear to be in progress. We appear to be in purpose, but yet there is no fruit. And when Jesus came up to the fig tree in the season it was expected for it to produce, and he saw no fruit, the Bible says that Jesus, hi Annie, Jesus cursed the very fig tree. He cursed the fig tree because it had no fruit. That's okay, Mia. He cursed the fig tree because it had no fruit when fruit was expected. I want to ask you today, and curse in this sense really means judgment upon the tree. I want to ask you today, if God comes up and look at the fruit of your life, will he find purpose? Will he find productivity? Will he find progress? Or will he find like the fig tree, big leafy, this big leafy tree that was not bearing fruit? Please do invite your followers. This is about to get really good. I am so excited. So God pronounced judgment on the fig tree because it did not bear any fruit. And let me tell you, when we are stagnant, stagnant means stagnant things begin to smell. Stagnant things begin to give off an odor. When you are stagnant for too long, yes, Michelle, I love that. I want to bear fruit, and the fruit must remain. When you are stagnant for too long, you begin to give off a stench. When you are stagnant for too long, if water is stagnant in a bucket for a couple days, do you know that insects begin to fester? Insects begin to fester, mosquitoes, all these things begin to fester in stagnant waters. This is why that God expects us to be productive, to be in progress, and to be in purpose. Because when we are stagnant, we begin to give off a stench. When you are stagnant, parasites begin to dwell and to fester in, because you are stagnant and you are not about productivity, about progress, and about purpose. Now I want to do a little analogy. Yes, forward movement. Now I want to do a little analogy for you guys, and I don't know if you can see this. If you can see this, can anybody tell me what this is? This is about to get really good, Mia. If you can see this, let me know what this is. Right, it's a glass of water. Yes, it is. It's a glass of water. Hi, Dr. Kalicia. Thank you for inviting followers. Somebody said it's a glass half full. Right, we don't want to be stagnant. Carla, trust you to say that it's a wine glass. Now this is a wine glass full of water, but what you don't realize, if you look closely to the bottom of this glass, you can actually see there is some particles that have settled at the beginning of this, at the bottom of this glass. If you look at it closely, can you guys see these particles that have settled? Yes, beauty and fading, that's right. Oh, bless you, Carla. This is some dirt that has settled at the bottom of this water. But at the first glance, when you looked at the water, didn't it look crystal clear? If I hold the glass here, it looks like plain water. Maybe now because I've showed you the dirt, now you would be able to see the dirt. But when you first looked at it, it looks like clear, clean water, right? And this is what happens to our life. Yes, there's also dirt floating, but it's only because I drew your attention to the dirt. Because on first glance, all you saw was water. You did not even see dirty water. You didn't even see that it was particles at the base of this water, right? And this is what life does to us. We go through situations and circumstances, and dirt is poured in our glass of water, right? This is an analogy I'm doing. So life pours things on you: regret, depression, hurt, abandonment. Life begins to pour things in your glass, and your glass begins to look like this. But everything is settling to the bottom of your glass. So when people look at you, it appears that you are clear. It appears that you are productive. It appears abandonment. That's right. All of this. Yes, all of this is in your glass. It appears that you are crystal clear. If we look at your glass from afar, it appears that you have it all together. It appears as though you are productive, if you are in progress and if you are in purpose. But there are things that are settling to the bottom of your glass, and you are really living off the surface. You are living off what people are seeing, but they are not really seeing what has settled, my God, to the bottom of your glass. They are not seeing the pain and the rejection. They are not seeing the insecurities. They are not seeing the abandonment issues. That's right, Dr. Kalicia. They are not seeing a tainted soul. Take a closer look. And when you are stagnant, do you know that the things that life pours in begins to settle at the bottom? And as it begins to settle, people no longer see the issues, but they see what is at the surface. They no longer see what is settled, because you have become stagnant and you have not allowed these particles to come up, but you have allowed them to seep deep into your spirit. And what people are really seeing is the surface. They may be seeing a little bit of dirt at the top of your glass, but they're not really seeing that to the bottom you have stored all this pain, you have stored all this negative, because you have become stagnant. And when you become stagnant, you settle. And when you become stagnant, you become stuck, because the stagnancy, you begin to let everything seep to the bottom of your soul, and all we are seeing is that you appear clear, you appear clean, but there's really things that are at the bottom of your glass. You know, I want to show you how you get unstuck. I want to show you how you begin to cleanse yourself. It's true, you know, the scripture says that there's the washing of the word of Jesus Christ. So the more you get in his presence, it's the more things begin to come to the surface, right? Let me just move my book. The word of God washes, the presence of God washes. When you are in his presence, he begins to bring everything to the surface. Hi, Tinita. And then you get some more of his word, And if you notice, even as I pour in the word, the particles are beginning to get stirred. They're no longer stagnant. They are no longer setting to the bottom of this glass, but they are now beginning to get stirred, right? And I put some more of his word, some more of his presence, and you are seeing that these particles are now beginning to get disturbed, right? Because now I'm pouring in more of him than what is of me. I am pouring in what more of what he desires, right? And I begin to pour. And even as I begin to pour, you see the particles are no longer settling, but they are beginning to move, and we get very uncomfortable in these stages. You see, when Michelle, when these particles begin to come up, this is when we begin to get unsettled, because this is when people see that the glass is no longer clear, but it is now cloudy. But I want to tell you that the process of being unstuck is all word for your benefit, because as you pour more of the word on the inside, let me tell you, you begin to overflow. And as you begin to overflow, what was at the bottom now begins to filter out. And as it begins to filter out, the dirt begins to come out, my God. And as the dirt begins to come out, you are now becoming more and more clear, more and more transparent, my God. As you are in his presence and you're overflowing, my God, the dirt begins to come out, it begins to surface, and it begins to pour out to where now you are now living and walking in purpose out of a clear, uncontaminated. Your vessel is no longer contaminated because of his word, because of his presence, because of constantly being saturated in what he would have to do in your life. You no longer feel hurt, you no longer feel pain, but God is using these very things as it comes to the surface. People can now see the purpose that God has for your life. My God, my God, my God, my God. As you allow God to fill you up, yes, that's right, praise, you can now see clear. Because the things that had once pained you begin to surface. Do not be afraid of being transparent before the presence of the Lord. Many of us, we like to hide and we like to bury things. But when you become stagnant, things begin to settle to the bottom of your spirit. And when you become stagnant, even though you are looking transparent, even though you are looking clear, at the bottom is the dirt and the scum that is settling. But I want you to know, in order for you to get unstuck, once you are saturated with his word, saturated with his presence, he reveals the things that he wants you to be healed from. He reveals every pain, every situation, everything that you have gone through. And I want you to know that pain is the currency for purpose. Can somebody put that up on the screen for me? Pain is the currency for purpose. So as you allow God to transform your pain, it becomes currency for purpose. And what do you use currency for? Currency is used as a bartering system. We exchange money for things. So even as you exchange your pain now becomes the currency for purpose. And as you exchange it through his presence, as you exchange it through being connected to him, as you exchange it through a relationship with him, you exchange and you batter that pain. That pain now becomes purpose, and just like the water in the glass, and he begins to pour more of himself into you. The dirt and the pain that has settled at the bottom of your life, the dirt and the pain that has made you feel that you are not worthy to walk in purpose, the dirt and the pain that has settled to the bottom, hey chocolate, bless you, it now becomes the currency that you barter in exchange for your purpose. And I want you to know that my acronym for stuck, right? If this is good, please show the hearts. If this is good, give me thumbs up. If you are enjoying this, please say go on, go on, go on, go on. I love to do acronyms, right? Yes, I see thumbs up. I see hands up. Go on, go on, go on. Good, you guys are encouraging me. So my acronym for STUCK, right? S-T-U-C-K. Can you guys put that up on the screen for me in capital letters, right? STUCK. I will help you, sis. I will. S. Right. I see that beauty unfading. I see that color. I see that Michelle. I see that beautiful V. STUCK, STUCK, STUCK. The S in STUCK means staying, right? S. Staying. S. Staying, right? Yes, that's right, Camille. Staying. S. Staying. Good. Thank you. You guys are an awesome class this evening. S. Staying. T. Trapped. T. Trapped. So we went S-T. So we said staying trapped. T is trapped, right? Staying trapped. U. Unchanged. U. Unchanged. Staying trapped. Unchanged. Yes, that's it, Michelle. Ooh, I am excited. Comfortably. So C is comfortably. So far we said staying trapped, unchanged, comfortably, and K knocked out. Like boxing, K knocked out. My God. Yes. Can somebody put it together for me? Stuck, staying trapped, unchanged, and comfortably knocked out. My God, if you have not gotten the revelation out of that, and if you are not jumping up in your house right now, something is incredibly wrong with you as you are listening to this scope. Stuck is staying trapped, unchanged, and comfortably knocked out. And you know, I did a research on boxing, right? Knocked out, that's right. It means that you are out of the race. If you are stuck, you are staying trapped, unchanged, comfortably knocked out. That's right, Lakeisha. That's right. Staying trapped, unchanged, and comfortably knocked out. Now, I was telling my dad is a boxing fan. He loves to watch boxing, right? Now, I don't understand the first thing of boxing, right? But I know in boxing there are two terms. There is a term called KO, which is knocked out, right? And there is a term called TKO, which is technically knocked out, right? There are some of us, we are in the race and we are in the fight. And we are boxing, right? And when you are stuck, to be knocked out, I did some research, right? Knocked out, for those of you who are boxing fans, knocked out occurs when the opponent is knocked to the ground by a blow by a blow connected by the opponent. So when you are knocked out, can you guys go ahead and invite your followers one more time? Share on Twitter, share on Facebook, invite your followers on Periscope, right? I'm like mumbling and mixing up my words now because I'm so excited. Sarah, slow down. Sarah, slow down. When I get excited, I tend to ramble on. So, right, stuck, staying trapped, unchanged, comfortably knocked out, which means you are knocked out and you are comfortable with being knocked out. And when you are knocked out, it occurs when the opponent has hit you a blow that takes you to the ground. My God. So knocked out, the opponent hits you a blow that takes you to the ground. When you are knocked out, you are not knocked out. Knocked out is different from a TKO. A KO, which is a knockout, means that you have just been hit a blow, but you can get up from this blow. But when you have, praise 201, you are laughing at me. When you have a TKO, which I like to say is a total knockout, which means you're knocked out and you cannot get back up. But when you have a KO, which is a knocked out, it means that the opponent has hit you a blow, but you have the ability to get up from this blow. So even though you are knocked out, you are not totally knocked out. A TKO only happens when the opponent is not able to get up, and then the referee now comes into the ring and they ring the bell because the opponent is in a state when they can no longer get up from the knockout, which means that they are technically knocked out. There is no way for them to get up. So if you are stuck, and I just said stuck means staying trapped, unchanged, but I also said that you are comfortable. You are comfortably knocked out, which means you are knocked out, but you are not even trying to get back into the fight. You are comfortable where you are. You are not trying to move. A knockout does not mean a total knockout. You must get uncomfortable with being knocked out, because yes, we are in a race, and the Bible says the race is not for the swift, nor the battle for the strong, but for those who endure to the end. You must not be content. You must not be comfortable with being stuck. When you are stuck, you should actually be, Lakeisha, very uncomfortable. When you are stuck, you should be very uncomfortable, and you should be trying to get up off of the ground. If you look at a boxer who has been dealt a heavy blow, he is fighting to get up, even though he is lying on the ground, even though he had a busted eye and a bruised lip and a busted nose, even though he had been dealt a blow to the chest, even though he had been dealt a blow to the nose, he is fighting. He is fighting to get up. You must not be comfortable being stuck. You have to get very uncomfortable with a knockout, because a knockout is not a TKO, and even though you are knocked out, you can still get up. So some of you, the devil has brought challenges your way, and just like my glass with dirt, you have allowed yourself to become stagnant, and you have allowed yourself make a choice to get up. I love that, Camille. You have to make a choice to get up. Make a choice to get back in the ring. Be knocked out, Erica, but get up. Be knocked out, but get up, because even as you get up, it shows that you have fight left. You are knocked out, but you still have some fight on the inside of you. So I want to tell you to get up. That's right, Carla. Get up. Get up. I don't know who I'm talking to, but you still have some fight left. Get up from your stagnancy. You still have some fight left. Once you are alive, once there is breath in your lungs, I don't know who this word is for, but it is for all of us. You are knocked out, but you still have some fight left. So I want you to get unstuck. Get uncomfortable. The more we pour into, the less dirt you can see. Yes, yes, the dirt begins to fall off of you. Even as you begin to fight, get unstuck, so that the dirt and the grime that has been stuck to you. Remember, I told you that your pain becomes the currency for purpose. You still have some fight left. You still have some fight left on the inside of you. You are not knocked out. You can get up from where you are, because it's about your endurance. I don't know how many of you have watched the Olympics, but there's a race that everybody was talking about, and it was the race with this guy called Mo Farah. Mo Farah fell down in the midst of the race. I don't know if you guys have seen that in the Olympics. Mo Farah fell down, right? He was at the back of 32 runners. I'm talking about 32 runners, plus he fell. Mia, I know you spoke about this. And even when Mo Farah fell, He was knocked out, but he still had. Yes, I will save them and put them on YouTube so you can follow my YouTube channel. Mo Farah still had some fight left. Mo Farah got up from being knocked down in a race where he fell, right? He got up. He ran. That's right, Reginald. He ran and he won the same race that he fell in the midst of. Life is a race. And I like to say that people always say, yes, he's British. People like to say that life has dealt them an unfair hand, right? Life is a game, and it's like a game of cards. And you know, in a game of cards, you never know which card you're gonna get, but you just have to play the cards that you are dealt, right? So I like to say life is like a race, but it's also, I like to use that analogy of using life as a game of cards, right? So when the dealer shares, right, you don't know what cards you're gonna get. You don't know what you're gonna get in the midst of this race, right? But regardless of the hand that you are dealt, you are either a skilled or an unskilled player, and your skill level depends on your ability to play the hand that you are dealt. My God. So whatever hand you are dealt, my YouTube channel is Krisha Sarah Bowen. Krisha Sarah Bowen on YouTube. Even when it hurts, even when you felt like you have been dealt a bad hand, even when you feel like there are clumps of dirt being thrown your way, even when you feel like there are things, that's right, Mia, thank you, even though when you feel that life is throwing dirt your way, life is throwing hurdles your way, I want you to know that it's time to get up. It's time to get unstuck. And for you to get unstuck, you must make a decision to get unstuck. Make a decision today to walk in purpose. Make a decision that even though you have been dealt some blows, even though you have fell in the midst of the race, that's right, Lakeisha, it's time to get up. Even though you have been dealt an unfair hand, it is time to get up, it is time to fight, and it's time to finish your race. This is your girl Sarah from Trinidad, the Giant Slayer, and I want you guys to let me know your number one takeaway. What is your number one takeaway from the scope today? Your number one takeaway. I'm done. Get up and finish your race. I'm done. Yes, walk in purpose despite what has happened. Knock out, but get up and fight. Get up and fight. That's right. Get up and fight for your life. That's right. Pursue and endure. That's right. Get filled with the word, and the word washes you, just as I showed you guys the water. The word is able to wash you. Get up no matter what. That's right. Don't get caught up in the appearance. Be productive. That is right. Be productive. Be about progress. Be about purpose. Because when Jesus came to the fig tree and he saw no fruit, he cursed the fig tree, which means he pronounced a judgment on the fig tree because it did not bear fruit in its season. This is your season. This is your time of purpose. And it's time for us to get up, get unstuck, and begin to walk in purpose. Finish your race. Does anybody have a question? I'll take one question before we're done. One question. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope this teaching has been beneficial to you. Knockout, but it's not a technical knockout. That's right. So you can get up. You can get up. Thank you, Mia. Thank you, Beauty Unfading. Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so much. And I want to also remind you that for those of you who are ready to get unstuck, if you are ready, hi first timer, I hope you would follow and I hope you would join me again. Ready to get on. If you are ready to get unstuck and to walk in purpose, my email address is purposediary@gmail.com. purposediary@gmail.com. Now, if you want to get unstuck in your prayer life, my sis Carla and I have wrote a book. The name of the book is Burn for Jesus. It's a 21 days devotional that has prayer for each day. You can go to burnforjesus.com and you can order your copy of the book Burn for Jesus. If you wish to connect with me, thank you, bless you so much. If you wish to connect with me, Purpose Diary, thank you Mia, and thank you guys for putting it up on the screen for me. purposediary@gmail.com. Now I offer purpose coaching where I coach you in terms of discovering your purpose. Now I'm glad that you got your books. I cannot help you discover purpose, but what I can do is help you to connect with God, because purpose is God-given, God-driven, and kingdom-centered. And what I do is purpose mapping, where I sit with you for 30 minutes and we begin to uncover, just like how I have poured the water into the dirt, we begin to uncover what is your pain point. Oh, I'm glad you got your books. And we begin to plan and to strategize for your purpose. I am also hosting a mastermind session beginning on the 15th of September. It's 2 sessions. The name of this program is called Master Me, MM, and I'm only taking 2 groups of 5 people. I only have 2 spots left for Master Me, MM, which is a group coaching call where we will be talking about setting goals, setting winning goals for the latter part of your 2016 into your 2017. So if you are interested in any of these programs, please email me purposediary@gmail.com and I will be happy to connect with you, to share with you, and to be your purpose partner. Just email me purposediary@gmail.com and let me know if you are interested in purpose coaching, or if you are interested in the mastermind session. If you are interested in the book Burn for Jesus, you can go to burnforjesus.com. You can connect with me on Facebook at Krisha Sarah Bowen on Facebook. Connect with me on YouTube. I have a YouTube channel and I will put this teaching from today on that YouTube channel, so you can like the YouTube channel Krisha Sarah Bowen on YouTube. This is your girl Sarah from Trinidad, the Giant Slayer, and I come on here to push you to push past pain and passionately pursue purpose. Thank you guys for joining me today, and I hope to connect with you on Periscope, on Facebook, or via email. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.